Welcome back to a new daily vlog. Once again, it's the end of the year, so sorry if my videos are like choppy, inconsistent in scheduling. I just, priorities, of course. But anyways, I hope you guys had a great weekend. I hope you guys had a great Easter. This weekend was very much a whirlwind of a weekend because you guys know, if you've been watching for a while, my husband is gone on his 3-month rotation. So this weekend he came down for just this Saturday, and we actually got the house all cleaned up, all ready, because we are doing construction. There's gonna be some remodeling, some reconstructing, getting our house up to code happening next week. I can't say too much because we are going through a legal process currently. So once all of that is over, I can share more with you guys. Just know that currently our living situation is a little bit different, but it's working. We're gonna make it work. I'll insert some clips here from the weekend that we did.
Come on, put the blanket and book one up. Daddy.
Oh, good job. Oh, okay, just run into the wall a little bit. Good job. Wow, Tootie.
We've got movers here.
Oh, good job, Ollie Bear. Wow. High five. Good job. High five.
All right, this was our previous dining room, and now it's gonna be my bedroom while they do construction. This is the girls' room currently, and everything past here is getting done. So basically everything past that we have to move around. That's why everything is kind of just everywhere. This bed, which is a king, is gonna go into the dining room. Indy's been sleeping in this corner just because she's been doing so much better co-sleeping with us over like in her own bedroom. But I just prepped her, had a conversation with her about going back into her room. And so, we set up our stuff. She's gonna have her pictures kind of lined up along her crib. She really loves, her drawings, her pictures. She said it's gonna make her feel more comfortable. And I told her I would have easy access to her right here.
Couple moves into a tiny home.
Couple moves into the dining room.
Couple days.
Excuse me. I'm currently in the dining room right now, and to be honest, it's low-key a vibe for me because it's small, it's quaint, it feels cute. It feels kind of like I was redoing my room like in high school like I would. Typically, Indy sleeps with me on the floor, on her floor bed. Since I'm sleeping in the dining room, there was no space, and it was like kind of the perfect time to transition her back into her room, which she usually room shares with her sister Ollie, who is 2 years old. This past weekend, she did such an amazing job going back into her room. A part of me wishes that I waited until she was closer to 3 to have her in a toddler bed instead of a crib. All is well. She didn't even cry this weekend. I did a lot of prepping for her just to make sure that she was okay with it, and that she might feel scared and that she might cry, but it'll be okay. This is the last week before state testing starts, so we are really gearing up for everything. Right now I'm gonna share the things we've been doing to prepare for the state test. I printed this off of the Smart Balance website, but so basically this is exactly how the state test will look for ELA. The students are given 3 different sources to read, questions, and then a task to write something. I had this under my document camera. And as a class, we highlighted and then we labeled the paragraphs together. And then on their own, they are to highlight source 2 and highlight source 3 and also take notes on it. We have been practicing note-taking for a few weeks now, and they're really, really good at it. We learn about tips and tricks along the way, so I tell them during the state test, you're not trying to make it look pretty, you're just trying to organize your notes and then pull out important information. So basically what I have my students do is I'll have them read just 1 paragraph at a time. They read, then they highlight, and I say at the same time as you're highlighting or reading a sentence that you feel is important and it's on the topic of whales, go ahead and type it up, so then they're not overwhelmed by reading it all, highlighting and then taking the note. Trying to give them different tips so that it makes it manageable for them. Note taking is not something they have to do, but if it's something that we're learning, to be able to look back at their sources without having to like, you know, click back and forth. This is kind of their time where I'm allowing them to practice being in a quiet environment, reading things on their own with a little bit of guidance still, just because it is a review and kind of like a practice. And I'm actually going to have them type it up because obviously on the state test they're typing it, they're not writing it. So we're doing that for ELA, and that's all I'm focusing on ELA, including their spelling, normal spelling packet stuff. Then in math we are working on practice questions as well. So I have my answer key here, and then on the other side I just have the one that I'm working on with the students on the document camera. So we go over X and Y, how to plot points, volume, all sorts of things. So we're kind of going through this just day by day, getting through what we can. We're trying to get through 5 questions at least a day, and if there's more space or time for it and the kids are ready to go, we'll do more. If not, you know, I cap it. The other thing that we are doing is this math review packet. I just have my students do 5 of these a day. So after they're done with the state testing packet, then we do 5 questions. They do this one on their own as well. And then the following day, we actually go over the questions and the answers. Towards the end of the week, I'll have them log on to the actual state testing website, take the practice test for ELA and math online, since these are all just paper copies of things. 5th grade also takes the science test. So I wanted to make sure that we were still continuing and learning science along the way. I wanted to share my meals today. I brought cottage cheese, about a half cup of cottage cheese, raspberries, blueberries, and then I added in some pumpkin seeds. This is my breakfast. I've been taking this week and it really helps keep me full, but cottage cheese is so nutritious. I looked up all of the benefits that it has, such good stuff, lots of protein, and then I never eat any fruit. I'm just so bad at doing it, so it's so good for me to include this into something that I normally wouldn't eat. And then for lunch, I just brought some barbecue chicken that my brother grilled up, and then I put some tater tots. I just love tater tots. And then I have a workout class today. I brought my energy drink with me. Good morning, guys. It's the next day. I definitely left my camera at school last night. I went to my workout class, super difficult, lots of cardio, but the one thing I like about these workout classes is I'm in and out. I get some weight training done, and then I also get some cardio, which I typically never do. So this is kind of forcing me to do that. And I know how good cardio is for your body. And then at my workout class, they were also doing a promotion or something for a brand, like a food brand. So I got some beef and broccoli. They were just handing it out if you signed up. Beef and broccoli, the brand is called, or the company is called Macros to Go. And I think it's local to San Diego. So anyways, trying that out today, seeing how I like it. Got the same breakfast, cottage cheese and berries, and I brought a granola bar for a quick snack. Today, continuing on more state testing, ELA. We have made really great progress on the ELA portion. Students are really good at taking notes, pulling out important information, and also now typing up their papers. I'm excited to read more. I read a couple yesterday. Just so proud of how far they've come in writing. We have a little countdown going, of course. And the thing I was going to show you guys yesterday was this. So these are privacy boards or testing tents, whatever you want to call them. I got this idea from another 8th grade teacher here, where basically they decorate their privacy boards. And, you know, we try to keep it pretty simple. We'll see how this works. I got it approved where students could write like 1 to 2 quotes. So some students really kept it simple. Some people really wanted to pull out the paint. Later on this week, I'll also be covering things up in the classroom. I don't have too much. I know my Mayan posters will definitely be covered. I'll take down my vocab wall, my numbers, things like that. But anything art-wise, my map obviously, but anything art-wise, I'm gonna keep up. Next steps for state testing. We did this last year, and of course, this is like something extra that I do. I don't do like big room transformations or like big parties in the classroom, but for state testing, I usually do like a calm breakfast in the classroom. Yes, we serve breakfast at school. I offer to my students like a calm breakfast in the classroom. So instead of going to breakfast, they come in here, it's quiet, it's peaceful, stress-free, they're enjoying themselves, chatting with their friends, eating a nutritious breakfast, and just trying to get the day started off right. Sometimes just being out there can really hype them up and make them feel more anxious. So just having a space where they're all in it together and have a breakfast. So I started a flyer last night just for some snack breakfast donations for the classroom. Whatever my families don't cover, I will cover. Last year, Chelsea and I actually split the cost. We went to Costco, just got big bulk of things like microwavable pancakes, yogurt sticks. One day I did like a yogurt parfait, like something that will help fuel their day. In the morning, we do a little bit of affirmations. Like we get in our circle, we do like a normal morning meeting, but then we also share something positive or something encouraging. I just kind of let students, if they would like to say something, they can say something. If they don't have to. But yeah, that starts all next week, and so we've just been pretty busy, but it's nice because it's very consistent. Like everyone is doing the same thing every single day. That's all for now. Gotta go to walk and talk, and I'll see you guys a little later.